Howdy ho, it's Suraj here. We're on a new trail. I just had some ramen, so time to walk this off. So I streamed across the street there maybe 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. And I've been streaming around this area, just in new areas that I haven't been before. And, oh, we got some silver pineapples, that's cool. I saw the announcement for Pokémon GO Fest, and I'm interested in that. You have to pay like $15 to do it. They didn't say like the exact dates on the in-app announcement, which is kind of weird to me, but we're moving right along anyway. So, got a Bulbasaur at that gym. I'm just curious to see what'll pop up on this trail. There's a couple of other people on it. So I didn't check the Murkrow. I know that can be shiny. I feel like Cubone can be shiny. I feel like I've seen that from someone else before. But yeah, who's stoked for the DLC coming up for Sword and Shield? I definitely am. It's in 2 days. So that's exciting. I was thinking in the morning how I haven't beaten Shield. I have Sword and Shield. Originally I'd gotten Shield for a friend. Alright, we're back. Almost had to go back home a little early. But we're good to keep going. So, had a nice day today. Went to the beach. Wrote a little poem while I was there. Got some ramen. And my cat needs to go back to the vet, but my mom wanted somebody to go with her to take the cat to the vet. Cat's Mindy. And my brother's at home, so he'll just go with her. So, got Snivy and Ceta out there. There were 2 Chikoritas behind me. Can run a little bit. I'm not sure how long this trail goes on for. And there's a street ahead, I think. But I'm not sure if the trail continues past that or if it stops at that point. We'll find out. It'd be nice to know what this trail is called, but oh well. Numel. There's supposedly a body of water to my left, but I don't see it. I'm pretty out of shape. I mean, going uphill any capacity leaves me pretty out of breath, so good to be out here walking, running. Tried going to the gym earlier because gyms are opening, but there are no state guidelines out for racquetball and basketball courts, and I really only care to play racquetball at the gym. I mean, I used to do more at the gym, and I just got really into racquetball. So there's a lot of grass types out here today. A lot of grass starters. Zigzagoon. But yeah, things have been moving along, pretty normally. A deadline got pushed to the 19th. Seems like that deadline will just never stop being pushed back, but got a Cubone there. There's some interesting thing on the phone wire up there. Not sure what that is. It's kind of interesting. But this trail seems to go on, pretty good length. You can keep running. I was watching this one guy stream, and he talks about how, not a stream, he's talking about how he got into Pokemon GO recently, and how, his girlfriend will ask him to go on walks, and he's like, nah, and, but, if he has a reason to go out, play Pokemon GO, and then he's down. I'm kind of similar. I used to go out just for walks more, but I think at a certain point I got a little bored of that. I was even doing like meditation walks for a bit. Mindful walks, maybe you'd call it. Yeah, that was some good ramen I just had. Oh, this trail actually goes to the right too. But it seems to end at the street. So that's not very exciting. A shiny Caterpie here right now would just have been too lit. Too lit. If I were to run up and down this trail, it would make the stream shorter, but you have to hear me breathing heavily for more of it. So it's not really a solution to that. Had a nice day yesterday. I was hanging out with my friend Alex from the evening on. We played some Yu-Gi-Oh! We watched some pop punk videos. We're both really into pop punk music. We've been since high school. So here's the trail at this point. Not sure. There's a, yeah, I'm not sure if it ends there. We will see. And hopefully when I upload this stream to YouTube, it'll tell me like where I am. YouTube has a location finder. Nice wind chimes to the left. I don't know if you could hear that. I've started reading Iron Gold by Pierce Brown again. It's from the Red Rising series, which was a trilogy, and then there are there's two more books that I know of. Iron Gold and then Dark Age. So I remember I was at this bookstore in downtown LA, and the person I was with there, she didn't really want me to buy stuff, and so I bought a couple. I bought like a magazine there, and kind of decided I'd just buy some Kindle stuff, buy stuff on the Kindle audiobook. Another thing I'm thinking about getting the audiobook for, but I'd have to renew my Audible to do it, and it's like $15 a month, which is just too much, frankly. I was a big fan of the Aragon, the Inheritance collection, I think you'd call it, growing up. So there's a like new book in that. Seems interesting. So that'd be cool, the audiobook. I think with those more like medieval types, European medieval types of stories, like Lord of the Rings style, which like Inheritance is obviously, you know, like inspired by Lord of the Rings very heavily. I think audiobook is kind of epic for those kinds of works. Maybe you'll get an author with an accent or something, and the way he reads will be kind of fun. So I might renew my Audible for that. We'll see. So this trail is yeah, so you see we just passed the intersection there. Got two Cubones here. Yeah, a lot of people are out walking right today, as they should. Some nice foliage around here. Oh, it's a viper. Oh, there could be snakes around here. Who knows? Spider and a snake. Those are two kind of instinctively feared creatures. So yeah, if I do this Go Fest thing, that'd be kind of interesting to stream. I was watching, I'm into Yu-Gi-Oh too, as I mentioned on here. And there's this guy, Team Samurai. He has a YouTube, he's a Yu-Gi tuber, Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber. And my friend Alex and I were watching some of his videos yesterday, and he had a video of being in Japan at this like really kind of sprawling card shop, bigger than any I've ever been to. And he was just like recording everything about the experience. So that was a lot of fun to watch. And right now it's making me think, like, if I were to stream I'm sure other streamers on YouTube are, you know, they do Go Fest and stuff, but I'm kind of more casual. But you know, like, the way people find my videos, I think, is heavily based on the titles of them. So my Lapras videos have gotten the most views of any of my Pokemon Go videos, which is kind of interesting to me, because I didn't realize Lapras was that popular. I mean, it's a cool Pokemon, but like the amount more views that my Lapras videos have gotten compared to other videos, like including Charizard videos, is exponential. It's pretty ridiculous. So it's kind of confusing that like only some Pokemon are available shiny, some aren't in here. That's the thing with mobile, is that you can, and I guess like portable with Wi-Fi, is they can just start adding things whenever they want, the developers. So it's not letting me click that Wurmple for some reason. Hi. Not shiny. You can't hear it either. Hi. So this is part of my places that I've never been, but were like so close to home growing up. Pokemon Go stream series. Let's see, which is Illumise. I think it's Illumise, like illuminate, Illumise, Illumise maybe. So yeah, obviously a lot of bug and grass types out today, and ground. There's like the Growlithe behind us, but not really any fire types other than that. Yeah, this, so we just hit the end of the trail, but it actually goes on for longer. So I think I'm gonna keep following it. Excuse me. See what pops up over here. And how long this trail really does go for. Could go on for a long time. I think my allergies are acting up. Alright, got a little burst over here. I don't know if Alolan Rattata can be shiny in here. Got some dirt in my shoe. Ugh. Dirt in my shoe, pollen in my nose. Excuse me. Hope I didn't have the volume up too loud for that one. Execute. Paris? Let's check that. Some of the maps disappeared. Oh, Turtwig. I've disappeared on here. My character sprite. There, I'm back. Now we can check the Turtwig. Oh, we're losing coverage here. That's interesting. I might have to turn back. Or keep going and hope it comes back. That's interesting. How we just suddenly lost coverage. I'm gonna go backwards and see if it comes back. don't want it to boot me off the app. Yeah, I think coverage is this way. That's interesting. We just got another bar back there. It's the top right. Yeah, executes there. Yeah, Slugma appeared. It looks to be fluctuating. Now we're at 3 bars, so it's definitely better here than it was up ahead. But I think if I kept going, it might have come back. So maybe I should go back. I've disappeared again. Some kind of interesting houses around here. Turtle's there. Let's see. Is this gonna work now? When will it start working again? There we go. Yeah, so it seems like going back this way helped. Connection, at least. It's pretty sweet area. I mean, to have a trail like this right near you is awesome. I have a trail in my parents' house. It's behind our backyard. And it's not as long as this, but it's right along the cliff overlooking the ocean. I don't know if that'd be a bluff technically. I don't know what, but yeah. Part of me was thinking that like streaming this way was my way of maybe saying goodbye to this place. I mean, who knows what'll happen in the future. You know, like if I finish my PhD, I'd have to move out of state again. That's a possibility. Although I am pretty attached to California at this point. So, I don't know. I've had a foot in technology too for the last few years, so so that's something that's, you know, if I could build my skills up to a certain point of being qualified, I could stay here because there's obviously a lot of tech in California. San Francisco would be the main place, but LA has a lot of tech too, so. Text from the boss lady. So I might be getting a new job. I'm hoping, but not, you know, keeping my expectations level. So we'll see if that pans out. If it does, I could start to move out, get my own place. Even if I don't, honestly, I could find my own place. So, July 4th, I'll call a lady back. I have in my contact. She said to call her back then. I've been sleeping too much these days. Although last night I got back home at like 2 a.m., so that's how long I was hanging out with my buddy. Which I haven't done in a while because of quarantine and, you know, just being at home in general, living more domestically, I guess. So, haven't done that since like last year, pretty much. Been out that late. So, there's a nice little persist sign here. Can you see that? I think so, yeah. Pink sign. That cherub wasn't there just a moment ago. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I probably will renew my Audible and start listening to that new Inheritance book. I'm being maybe a little too wary, I don't know, about like my fiction consumption, and you know, I was reading Iron Gold already. I've gone back to that. I read a lot of I read the Red Rising trilogy last year, pretty much like all during the summer. I read all of that in the summer, and that's about 400 pages a pop. So over 1,000 pages in this summer. That's pretty good. It's summer, I guess, you know. That's not like unheard of or anything, but that Illumized was not there on our way up here. So here's the trail on the way back to where we started. It's very nice colors here. Oh, that drill bur wasn't there. So yeah, DLC will be good. I've kind of stagnated Pokemon wise. You know, I still stream just because it's like, it's a fun thing to do. You know, it's like I can talk and just kind of say whatever I want. As long as YouTube wouldn't ban me for it. You know? So, but I'm thinking that now maybe with the DLC coming out, that'll breathe some fresh air into my Pokemon gaming. And I could start like doing Nintendo Switch shares with that. I'm really interested in the details of this DLC because there's only so much we can tell from the trailer. It's like, since it's an expansion, does it just start with our character as they are in Sword or Shield? And like, do you have to have beaten Sword and Shield to be able to add the DLC to your account? I mean, I already pre-ordered the DLC, and I'm pretty sure I had to designate like that Sword was the game I wanted to expand. So we'll see. But I think it's cool the way they're so they do Isle of Armor like in the summer, right? And I have it as a wallpaper on my Chromebook at home. It's like a very idyllic kind of setting. Seems like very like there's beach, there's water, there's you know, there's cliffs and stuff. So, but then like the tundra, the Crown Tundra, that's more like snow and blizzards and stuff, and that's dropping probably in the winter. So that's kind of like neat timing. It's really like it's a fun experience when like the weather in game and out game are the same. When they're different, it feels a little bit dissonant, which happens in the wild area a lot. Wow, that wind chime is beautiful. I almost just said wine. Is that a slip on my part? My buddy poured himself wine last night. Didn't give me any. I didn't ask though. So. My buddy and I, we bought a Yu-Gi-Oh booster pack, or a booster box. Sorry, not just a pack. And those booster boxes have like 36 packs. And these packs, I'm not sure how many cards are in each pack. It might only be like 5. But neither of us have ever gotten a booster box by ourselves. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to do that. So I dropped $70 for that. He got us dinner and drinks. And we called it even. I got that on Amazon, and I still have Amazon Prime. So that should get to my house. Should get there pretty soon, I think. And I'm not sure about these Pokemon. I'm just checking them even if I already did. Zubat. Yeah, I think we checked these ones already. But, you know, it's okay that we turned it back from up ahead, because this way the stream won't be too long. Or, you know, my streams are still too long, but it won't be longer than too long. So. But yeah, I mean, the thing I was talking about fiction, like listening to audio, you know, fantasy fiction, Iron Gold, that's fantasy fiction. Pokemon is basically like fiction. It's a fictional type of universe and experience. You know, you may argue less so with augmented reality, blurring the lines between real and fantasy, but like with books, you know, it's just interesting to me. It's just interesting how like fantasy and reality blend in together. That's like the sweet spot to me, because that's the point where things are neither too boring nor too exciting. It's like in the middle, you know. So for that reason, like I went to the beach today and I was reading some Iron Gold, and I stopped once I got to a part about Sophocles. There's a dog in that book. And of course, Pokemon Sun and Moon, they have a character named Sophocles. So finally I looked up Sophocles. You're gonna hear a lawnmower here, I think, so sorry about that. But yeah, so anyway, it was kind of neat, like encountering, like, you know, Sophocles was a Greek tragedian who wrote tragedies, according to Google, so, or Wikipedia on Google. So Sophocles, it's cool that like two different universes were inspired by the same name to give to a character or animal in their story. I thought that was kind of fun. I'm always like interested in where the kind of like intersection and crossroads exist between different series. So that Snubbull wasn't there on our way up the trail. That Oddish might have been. I got a really nice thumbnail the other day, where like the thumbnail is Bulbasaur jumping at me because I clicked on it. So I think that'd be neat if we got that thumbnail for this video. You can only pick out of like 3 possible thumbnails on YouTube as a creator. So, but of course I could, you know, like during stream take screenshots and then upload those manually as thumbnails, which honestly is not a bad idea. If it captures like the subject of the video better, then it's kind of more power. So anyway, so all of that, bringing up fiction and how engaged to be in fiction versus, you know, reality and all that. I feel like I was pretty level-headed during grad school about, you know, staying in reality and, you know, not getting too far astray from my science and my theory and my research. But of course I try to integrate things too. Like I brought up Pokémon GO at the end of one of my published research articles. So there are fun ways to do that sort of thing. And I went to San Francisco and I saw Sophia, which is it's a famous Android AI, made by Ben Gertzel, I think. Ben Gertzel, or Hansen. It's like Hansen Corporation or something that invented that Sophia. So anyway, I mentioned that in the paper, and so there are all sorts of ways to be creative about that. Torchic wasn't there on our way up. So now we're going downhill and going back to my car. I don't really know what to do next. Maybe I will just cave and renew my Audible. Being single now, I have so much free time to just do whatever I want. That not just being single, but also school. It's summer, right? So school is off, kind of. I got a really long time to submit my next assignment till the end of the month, and I'm kind of already done with it. Maybe just make a few more changes, but so with those two things in mind, I'm a little bit, you know, I have the money, so I'm kind of like, why not just do some Audible and get back to it, keep my mind busy, stay occupied and engaged in interesting things. And you know, I am interested. I'm always interested in keeping up with like childhood franchises. The biggest challenge to that was Toy Story 4, where Andy has to, or Toy Story 3, where Andy has to let go of his old toys, give them to the next generation, which is a beautiful message. But then they released Toy Story 4, and like I went to see it with somebody my age, and you know, it's kind of an interesting phenomenon. Like, if we really took Toy Story 3 to heart, maybe we would have just not gone to see Toy Story 4, but we did anyway, you know? So there's a certain amount to which you should take these kind of messages to heart and not, I suppose. Got a little spider on me. There's some mustard plants here. whenever I'm on a trail, I'll like, you know, usually I'll have eaten or will be eating, so I like to indulge in the mustard plants, and they're kind of like mouth fresheners, honestly. Really tasty. I used to do this all the time when I played baseball, not far from here. So, anyway, I think this stream is pretty much done. We're at the road now, so thanks for watching. Not too much interesting happened here. It was more personal stuff for me, more subjective kind of descriptions. So, leave a like if you like this kind of video. I get a like here and there. I always appreciate them, even though I don't know who they're from. So, if you leave a comment, then I do know who you are. And I have gotten 2 comments on these videos to date. So 3 if you count my reply to one of them. So, yeah. Peace out. Thanks for watching, and happy summer.